Hello everyone, this is Dr. Zaidi. Welcome to my YouTube channel ZTube. In this video, I'll be discussing about the net present value method, NPV. So what is NPV? NPV is basically a difference between the present value of net cash inflows and the present value of net cash outflow. What it means is that you add all the net cash flows and you calculate a present value of them, and then you subtract the present value of cash outflows from them. And what you get is the net present value. Now, net present value is used for screening decision. So if you have multiple projects and you wanted to narrow down your choices, you have 10 projects and you want to know that what project or which projects qualify to invest in, you can use NPV. And then you can screen out the projects that are not desirable. So how do you screen out the projects that are not desirable? Are based on their calculated NPV. If NPV is less than 0, the project is not desirable. You can reject those projects which has NPV less than 0. If the project has NPV greater than 0, obviously you're going to accept that it's a desirable project, which means that the present value of net cash inflow is greater than the present value of net cash outflows, right? If the NPV is equal to 0, you're indifferent. You're neither making money, you're not nor losing money. So it's your choice, but the project can be acceptable. It's based on your choice. Now, the example here I have is Z Corporation is considering acquiring new machine for $500,000. So this is your initial investment. $500,000 is your initial cash outlay. So at initial cash outlay, when you are investing now, the present value of cash outflow is 500,000 because that's present when you are investing it. So the present value of $500,000 is $500,000. Okay. The machine has an estimated useful life of 10 years. The new machine is expected to provide yearly net cash inflows of $90,000. So every year, the machine is going to generate $90,000 of cash inflow. Z's minimum required rate of return is 10%. Okay, so hurdle rate or cost of capital, minimum required rate of return, desired rate of return is 10%. The machine does not have any residual value. So once the 10 years are over, there is no value of machine left. Okay, so it can be disposed of at 0. Using net present value, determine whether the machine should be bought or not. So let's see. Now we are buying this machine for 10 years, n equals to 10 years. The interest rate is 10% is given in the question. Cash outflow, COF, is $500,000. You are investing it. Cash inflow, every year you will be getting $90,000, right? So if you look at this timeline, 0 through 10 years, year 0, you are investing $500,000. And then year 1, you're generating $90,000, year 2, $90,000, so on and so forth until you reach year 10. So every year you will be generating $90,000. What you have to find out that those 90,000 that you will be generating for next 10 years worth more than those $500,000 that you're investing today or not, right? If you just add them together, it seems like they are going to worth more than, because it's 900,000 times 10, 90,000 times 10, that's 900,000. But you have to calculate the present value of those all future cash inflows, right? You're not going to take it into account as 90,000 each. You have to calculate the present value of each $90,000 that you'll be receiving every year for the next 10 years. So the formula you use is the present value formula of an annuity. PV equals to payment times present value of an annuity factor, right? So present value is $90,000. Now you have to look at the annuity factor in the annuity table, present value of an annuity table, right? Two things that you need to keep in mind. You're looking for 10% interest and 10 years investment. So you come to the present value of an annuity and you look for 10 years investment at 10% interest rate. The factor is 6.1446. Now you multiply this 90,000 times 6.1446. So the present value of the cash inflow is $553,014. So those $90,000 per year that you are thinking they're worth $900,000, they don't worth $900,000. The present value of those $900,000 that you will be receiving as a $90,000 payment for next 10 years is $553,014 at year 0, minus the present value of your cash outflow, which is investment, is 500,000. So this will give you net present value of $53,014. So because NPV is greater than the zero, the benchmark that you have, the NPV is supposed to be equal to or greater than 0. So you should accept that project, right? You should invest in this machine. So NPV is used for your screening decisions. Once you have multiple projects, then you need to decide which one you're going to prefer. You're going to prefer project A, project B, project C. You're going to invest in machine A, B, C, equipment A, B, C, or D, right? So for that, you need to rank. And if you have to rank those projects, right, or the investment decisions, then you have to use NPV index. You cannot use just NPV for preference decision. For preference decisions, you have to calculate NPV index, also known as profitability index. So how do you calculate the profitability index? You divide the net present value that you calculate by the initial investment or the investment required or the total investment required. Once you divide the NPV by the investment required, you can get the index. And the higher the index of the project, the more desirable the project is. So if there are two projects, project A has 10% index, project B has 12%, whichever has the higher, you're going to invest on that. So example of NPV index here is Z Corporation is comparing project V and project C for potential investment. Z has computed the NPV for capital expenditure for both projects. Following are the expected investment and NPV amounts. So project V and project C, the total present value of net cash flow is $433,120 for V, $553,014 for project C. Initial investment is $385,600 for project V and $500,000 for project C. So project C looks like the previous project we had, which has $53,014 NPV. If you go back, $53,014. The project C is the project V is the other project, which has NPV of $47,520. So both have the positive NPV, which means we can invest in either project. Now, if you look at the monetary perspective, project C looks like a better project because you are getting more money, almost $6,000 more than project V, right? Project V is providing you $47,520 net present value. C is providing more. But which one should you invest in project C first and then V, or vice versa? So for that, we have to calculate the profitability index, which is your present value divided by the investment amount. So project V has 47,520 divided by 385,600. Their investment is 12.32%. And project C is 53,014. Their NPV divided by 500,000, the investment, which gives you 10.60. So that means decision to invest, if you have to choose which one you're going to invest, then you're going to invest in project V. If you have to rank the project, which one you have to invest, then project V is number 1, project C is number 2, then you're going to. But because our decision was which project should Z Corporation invest in, so our decision is to invest in project V because we have to choose between one project between those two projects. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel for live updates.